Jazz, how are we doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome to our 11th sold out show! Who the hell would have thought that combining improvised jazz with spoken word would make that happen? But the people that make that happen is every single one of you in this room. So give yourselves a round of applause! Love that. So look guys, this is Grooveverse. It's an improvised jazz and spoken word night. What does that mean? That means that first of all, we've got an amazing band up here. Give it up for the band! We're gonna hear lots from them. They're gonna flex their creative muscles. They're gonna show off. They're gonna do their thing. That's the brief. But we're combining their talent with an incredible lineup of spoken word artists as well. And dare I say it, people, we allow ourselves to be picky here at Grooveverse. This is not an open mic, this is a show. We want to pick the best of the best, and we've got the best of the best. And I can't wait, I cannot wait. We're gonna reel off their names in a little bit. Who has been to a Grooveverse before? Round of applause. Okay, and for who is this their first Grooveverse? Okay, I feel like it's about a 50-50 split and we absolutely love that. Look, thank you so much for coming. Thank you for trusting that this concept, which might sound a bit ridiculous, might work. The thing to know with Grooveverse, all right? The one rule of Grooveverse is that there is no rehearsals. The poets must meet the band when they come up for the first time, and the band fill in and create something on the spot, and we see what the fuck happens. Like, honestly, that's basically how it goes. But do not worry, because the poets are in safe hands with this incredible band. So, can everyone see the QR codes that are on the table? You guys in the audience are as much a part of this evening as the people up here on the stage, because you're going to be voting for your favourite guest poet. Now, there's going to be 2 guest poets in each half. They're going to do 2 pieces each, 10 minutes max. And we've got an amazing lineup of guest poets this time. I literally cannot wait to see it. We've got poetry by Tony. We've got Desree. Honestly. Then in the second half, we've got Danny Mash. And we've got Black Ops Poetry. So those are the 4 guest poets. They're going to be fighting for your vote. On that QR code, by the way, you'll find a way to follow every single person you're going to see up here on this stage. But at the very top, there's a place for you to vote between those 4 people. So remember their names, think which one you think entertained you the most, right? The main aim of this night is to make spoken words an entertainment, an art form where people are willing to come and pack out a venue for. So thank you for being a part of that. Improvised Jazz. Sorry, no, they're headliners. Let's talk about the headliners. We've got 2 incredible headliners. We've got Emy P! And we've got Mstr Samuel. So they're going to be closing each half, which is honestly going to be an absolute joy. I cannot wait to see them do it. So improvised jazz, right? What the hell does that mean? That means these guys haven't rehearsed. For example, I could order a little bit of a drum solo right now, couldn't I? Not rehearsed at all. I could even order a little slap on that bass. Did not practice that. I promise you. I can order a little tinkle on the ivories. He didn't practice that either. And I can order a little toot on that lovely sax. So that's how we do it here at Grooveverse, alright? We make things up on the spot. Give it up for the band, come on, let's hear it. Okay, so the final thing as well, before I shut up and we move on to the poetry, is this is a spoken word night. Now at a spoken word night, this is a 2-way street, people. You are as much as part of this as the people up here on the stage, and the way that you do it at a spoken word night is you show those clicky click clicks. Let's hear those clicky click clicks. It's validation, people. It's validation, it's affirmation, we love it. So when you hear a poet, when you hear something you like, let them know. Now don't limit yourself to clicks. It doesn't just have to be clicks. You can Do it. Everybody give me an Ooh, lovely. Okay, you're gonna have to do that again, people, all right? Give me a really loud 3, 2, 1. Oh, God, sounds like you're thinking at exactly the same time, out loud. Okay, rule of 3, you've got to do it 3 times. This has got to be the loudest you've ever done in your entire bloody life. 3, 2, 1. Oh, God, love that. Wonderful. Well, look, people, you don't have to limit yourself to such noises. There's clicks, there's but you can be creative. You can come up with any noise that you could possibly think of to show these wonderful poets that they're worthy. Think of that noise. Think of that noise. You're nodding it. Think of that noise. Think of that noise. You're going to do it in 3. In 2. You can do it very loudly. In 1. Go! Okay. That is about a 7, people. That is literally about a 7. You have got to give it some oomph. Let's be creative, okay? A noise for validation. 3, 2, 1. Okay, there you go. That's how we do it. Well, look, I want you to give a massive, massive round of applause. Come up with your own noise. Gives you gives you clicks. You've got to go absolutely crazy for our first guest poet. I can't wait to see him do this. He came here to do a spoken word show of his own, and I was at the back watching him do his rehearsal, and I thought, you. So here he is at Grooveverse. Grooveverse, I need to make him feel super, super welcome. Band, I need to go absolutely mental. And Grooveverse, give a big round of applause and a welcome to Poetry by Tony!
Cool. So basically, the first one is a love story, but 2 young people. So you can imagine them somewhere in East Africa. So a little safari vibe, if you want. It's short, so you guys are gonna have to rock with me. You get me? Yeah. What comes to mind? Don't worry, you got this, man. I like that. There was this girl called Shame, breathtakingly beautiful, who I met during my young days. I used to like her a lot, and as children we dreamt about life and love, which is crazy. In the midst of a civil war, we were children that still dreamed, looked to the future and had hopes of building a home and starting a family. But there was a problem. Shame's mother never liked me. So anytime she saw me, she would curse me. And one time she went as far as gripping me by the throat and shaking me around, because I was 100% Southerner and Shame was from both the North and the South. You see, Shame's father was an Arab who came to work in the South, and that's where he met her mother. This became a cycle. Another child with another man. 4 different partners, 4 different children. Of course, none had the same dad. A predicament in which many mothers in the South found themselves in. But as a young warrior, I never feared about such things, because all I ever cared about was Shame. See, to me, she was perfect in every way. And even though her skin tone was a little lighter than mine, she thought like a Southerner. Her dislike for the Northerners intensified after she was abandoned by her father. So there were times when I had to protect her from men who wanted to abuse her, so I became her knight in shining armor. But when I returned home, I too faced abuse. Because what they didn't realize is she's also a victim of the circumstance her in. Like, she didn't ask for this. To be victimized by her own people in her own land, all because she doesn't even know her own dad. Sad to think. Someone like Shame, who was innocent, but treated like a criminal for a crime she didn't commit. And that's why for me, Shame is everything. And that's why I would sacrifice so much, just to show the extent of my love. Because no matter what happens amongst us, I would do everything I can to save that woman I love. So now this one is a bit of a, it's on the other side. So this one's a bit of, I'll call it dark jazz. I saw something called noir ambient, something like that. So it's like a cinematic feel. So this poem is about sort of war. So basically, I come from South Sudan, and currently there's a war going on, or civil war going on in the northern part of Sudan. And I was asked a few days ago, do I still care? And I had to go back to my early days of writing poetry, and I found this in the archive. So I'm about to go to war. That's hence the military uniform. So guys, it's a bit of dark jazz, you know. I feel like every time I perform, no one really listens. You just wait for punchlines so you can click your fingers, not realizing that that doesn't even make a difference. I feel like I should just pack my bags and leave, because I'm failing to see the logic in trying to fight for peace, hoping that you guys fight for me while I be the voice of those who cannot speak, so you can see how much those people mean to me. Because I don't know if I can live another day knowing that 4 million are on the verge of going hungry. Can you imagine? The start of the year, famine being declared in my country, but I've got to stand here. Watch the whole world pray for Syria. Like to say my people don't need prayers too. I guess they were right in Hoto, Rwanda, when they basically said, you will only feel our pain for about a day because our struggle doesn't even affect you. That's why more time I just want to zone out, waiting for the world to end, knowing that Satan has prepared a seat for me in hell because I haven't done enough to help my people. But you want to know why I fight for them? Because I believe that most of them didn't deserve to die. So last night, when I've seen the video of the escapees say they killed any male over the age of 15, I couldn't believe my eyes. But I'm getting sick and tired of trying to define the word genocide, because it doesn't matter how many titles you give it, it won't change a thing. You see, humanity means to care for each other. Civilization means to work together to create a better life. But we have failed humanity the day we stopped behaving civilized. So I went on a search, and as I found my history book, I found one man with 9 wives and 21 kids. See, I'm the last generation mullah, not by name but by blood, but it's not by luck but by fate that they still exist. You see, the families in the South region were scattered, all the children were running because soldiers from the north were coming. Now some say they wanted to erase the whole Negro race, so to most, Bashir was a very bad man, but we didn't have no Sudanese and Frank. So who's going to save the day? I mean, we are dying. We are dying, but we're the ones killing our own. I said we are dying. We are dying, but we're the ones killing our own. But even though many are dying, I'm not sure I will call this war. You see, due to very few fighting, this is more like genocide at its finest. We used to hold spears in our hand in an attempt to protect our land, but now they chase us with guns. Knowing fully well we've got nowhere to run, but that doesn't bother them, because they know that if they can't kill us, then starvation will. There's nothing left to eat. And Foreign Aid has become a song that everyone's singing, but how many artists are making a difference? What if I was your family member or your friend? Would you care then? So how can you remain silent about these kind of events? You see, luckily enough, just before the hope of my people was gone, there he was, the man who had nothing more than hope and a gun and a plan to drive out the enemy as far as he can, because as far as we're concerned, they've already stolen enough of our land. Now, enough is enough. We cannot continue to live like this. I mean, what are we? A bunch of animals in a cage. But when the truth is exposed, the whole world will feel ashamed, but for only as long as you're watching, because you have enough distractions to allow you to continue your day. So what should we do? Suffer in silence, or convince you to take action in this humanitarian crisis? The saddest part is, my country is not the only place where this happens. In most cases, the victims look just like us. but so do the suspects. Because most of them think that they're bigger than us, except for one. He thinks this is will from God, but for far too long, he's been deceiving us. So I would appreciate it if he handed himself in, because I cannot continue to live like this. I'm sick and tired of having nowhere to run. Everywhere I go, I'm surrounded by war, and I don't have the guts to pick up a gun and kill him for everything he's caused. Because I don't want to start hating every one of his kind. Because I fear that if I was to put a gun to his head, then the bullet might exit through mine. Then before you know it, a whole people are gone. Because the victims hated so much that they left no room for love. Now I know I speak on behalf of the minority, and I could even get killed for this. But you see, to every man who ever oppressed us, I forgive you for all you've done. Guys, poetry by Tony. Don't be alarmed, it's not a real gun. Enjoy.
Give it up for poetry by Tony! Beautiful stuff! Poetry by Tony, everybody! First time we've had a firearm, fake or otherwise, out on the group first stage. So there's a first for everything. We love that. I must admit, when you first got it out, man, I was like, would have been a bad turn of events. Right. Band, thank you so much. Wonderful stuff, wonderful stuff. Absolutely love that. Right, that was amazing. We've got another poet coming up onto the stage. And what I quite like to do is we like to test this band here at Grooveverse, all right? We don't want them to get comfy. So, oh my God, look at your shoes. We've got glittery gold boots up here. Can't wait for people to see those, my friend. Those are amazing. What a flex, sorry. Okay, well, I think because of that, right, band, can you see his shoes? Band, can you see his shoes? Glittery gold. Can everyone see these shoes? Right. So you're going to do about 4 bars about those shoes. Like that kind of colour. I'm thinking Disco Army is what that is. Disco Army. You guys have a little figure out what it is you're going to do. Disco Army. Oh, I love it. Okay, Grooveverse. The next poet who's coming up onto the stage is honestly, I cannot wait to see this happen. She was actually the Poet Laureate of Glastonbury Festival last year. She was indeed, which was amazing. I was watching the BBC and there she was doing a poem at the start of the festival. It was fucking awesome. I was literally just like, yes, Des. So look, she's an absolute amazing talent. This is Disco Army and I absolutely love it. I love it a bit too much. Guys, give a huge round of applause. Stomp your feet, go completely mental for having an army out of disco. And give it up for Desree!
A saxophone. Round of applause for the band, please. Oh, girl, don't start with me. He's flirting with me, I'm going to tell. Hi, everybody. My name is Desree. Thank you for that lovely, lovely intro, Henry. What being a poet at Glastonbury means is that there's 6 people in a tent while you perform, which is wonderful. So it's a lot bigger than it actually sounds. So I'm going to do 2 poems for you today. None of them are in that book, but I'm bringing it up there because of product placement. I do also have some with me, so I'll show it in between. This first poem is kind of sexy but angry. Think snakes. Does anybody know the story of Medusa? Yeah. Yes, it's Medusa. That's clear. I think that's really clear. This poem is called Snakes. They made you villain, called you temptress instead of victim, called him man instead of missing, banish her, forgive him. They named the wrong one Mstr, saw all his beast and named him God, reveled in his ability to control things that did not need to be controlled. Sis, I know that feels like drowning. Each touch a wave, you try and get yourself out from underneath, confused. How something that usually slips between fingers can feel so heavy. He caused a tsunami and then labeled you an earthquake. But that's the thing about men who believe themselves to be God. They mistake theft for benevolence, sis. We are all out here trying to turn these men to stone, make them still, able to keep their hands to themselves. And I am sorry that Athena saw you as threat instead of casualty. Chose her temple over yours, and I'm still trying to work out if those snakes in your hair were an act of mercy, a promise, an escape from these men, a certainty that they will never look at you again. Yet still, you are proof. It doesn't matter what you're wearing, where you go, what you do, they will still come after you. Perseus cut off your head as though a man hadn't taken enough from you already. Made a trophy out of your skin. Saw you as prize instead of victim, but I suppose this is what they have always done. Pulled death from our bodies and labeled us sinner or sacrifice, but never consenting. So good, aren't they? I'm just like here saying some words, giving them really bad instructions. This next poem, the last poem I'm going to do. Oh, sorry, this is the book. Not reading from it, but this is the book, not reading from it, but it is available if you want to buy it. I've got some on me. They've got little QR codes, so it brings you to performances of me saying those performances rather than just reading them. And here's me trying to cut it into the shape of the book so it fit into the book so that I could pretend I was reading from the book, but it didn't happen. So anyway, here we are. We moved on. It's just a weird shaped piece of paper now. So tomorrow I get on a flight and I go to the Caribbean, which sounds lovely, but my nan died. And I wasn't able to, they asked me if I would do a eulogy. I said no, but I wrote it. So this is my eulogy to her and my granddad who passed away 2 years ago. So one of the last things my nan ever said was, I'm going to do it in her accent. She said, lay me down on top of my husband. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to lie her down on top of her husband. Sorry? Do I want a one drop? How do you want it? Oh, I want it joyful, but sad, but joyful. But sad, but joyful. But joyful, but sad, yeah. Basically exactly how my nan wants her funeral. She wants us all to cry, but also to have fun, but definitely to cry. So this is for both my granddad and my nan. They're two poems that I've kind of like pulled together. My granddad has weak arms. He can no longer hold them up like he used to once. He used them to sail 4,060 miles for a new life. He spent the entire time clutching at his chest for warmth and kept the heat on for all 14 siblings. My granddad's arms are not what they used to be. Once, he heard me whimper, so fashioned a lasso that reached across the North Atlantic Ocean and pulled me to him. He was always pulling me to him, to safety. And that is what joy is. My granddad, this man who makes me believe in magic as if there's no other reason he could exist. He has held me for so long, I've only learned the feel of my own weight. The power in this body, the lessons that he has taught me are here in these arms, in the straightness of this back, in this heart. How could he not be joy? How is his love not universal? I've ran into his arms and he has lifted me over obstacles. He has caught me every time I thought I was big enough to do it myself, even though his arms are now weak and he cannot hold them up like he used to. He still holds a laugh, kept a bit in his room for everyone and gave a piece. And that's joy, right? My granddad, his cackle, that smile. My granddad and I both have tiny ears. He says it's because because his mum bit a man's ear off when she was pregnant with him. That's a true story. I think that's why he's not always the first to speak. He listens, talks barely. My granddad looks at me like I brought Christmas in. We're Caribbean, so more like Easter. More like fried fish and real macaroni cheese. Like impeccably timed jokes and laughing with your whole chest. There is nothing he enjoys more than the sound of 20 hearts beating in his living room. Passing doors through lips filled with stories. And I have never known a safer place than the floor in front of my granddad's legs on a Sunday. And that is joy, right? Being loved more than you feel like you deserve. And even when he can't remember why, he knows he still does. And we laugh. And he looks at me like his arms might be too weak to hold me, but nothing else is. And she was sculpted from clay by her grandmother, Adina. Given life as a woman on an island small enough to fold in half, with superhuman gifts that can only be delivered by God herself. A courage to sail 1,000 ships, to birth flags on continents with no wind. She was built stronger than anything any man could rip from roots. Her mouth watered children who blossom in her likeness. Look at her. An arsenal of magic and redemption, a song in retreat, a scripture baptized in wrinkles, a giver of ceremonies. Oh Eunice, sanctity lies between your fingers. Oh Eunice, Grandmum, at your feet I find my sacrum. Round of applause for the band, please. They're amazing. Thank you guys.
Give it up for Desree! One more time for Desree! Come on! Ow! Wow, wow, wow. Love that. Do you know what? I always bloody say wow, wow, wow. So I'm gonna not say that again, all right? Because otherwise it sort of decreases the value of a wow, of a single wow. So, right. Exactly, right. So one more time for the wonderful Desree! Make me feel very tall then. Woo! Okay, guys, look. That's our 2 guest poets for this half. We've now got a bloody headliner! And I'm so excited, as I am with all of these people, right? We're very selective of our lineups. But this next poet is gonna blow you away. She's also, which I think is a groove verse, is bringing on an instrument of her own. So this is the very, very first time we're gonna have 5 instruments up here, up on the stage. Yeah, I have known this next poet for a little while. She came on a podcast that I used to do a while ago, so we had a very personal conversation in my bedroom. Do you remember that? The budget was low, right? The budget was low. Rent was high, budget low. But since then, we've been great friends, and I've loved following her work. So honestly, guys, you're in for an absolute treat here. I'm just gonna say nothing more. Guys, you're gonna go crazy again. 3, 2, 1. Give it up for Emy P! It's Emy P!
Hello, hello. Hi Groovers, my name is Emy P. Hello. I'm going to do a few poems for you. Kind of songs, kind of poems, a mix of both. Yeah, I've never brought the guitar up and done a live jam before, so this should be quite exciting. I'm going to start off with a poem first. This piece is called Mud Hill, and it's about when I was 15. I grew up in a space in Essex, and near my mum's house there was a big hill, a mud hill, which ironically isn't very muddy, so I don't really know what that's about. But it was a great place to go and escape from everyone when you're angsty and a teenager and want to get stoned. So this is about that. This piece is called Mud Hill. It's atmospheric, nostalgic, chilled, I think. We'll find out. Here we go. My teenage years look a lot like Mud Hill. I mean, I don't know why we called it that. It was so much more than mud. That place holds every memory. It's seen my tears, my sweat, my blood. We kissed each other's girlfriends and we blindly called it love. Taking each other's clothes off and drinking Strongbow out of mugs. These references, if you're between the age of 25 and 40, maybe there might be some in the room. Collecting change to top up our phones because a conversation don't come for free. And to let my mum know I'm not dead in a ditch, a text is 20 fucking p, and it's £2 for a box of 10. Thieving household lighters, lying to our parents so that we could pull all-nighters, bars and verses spilling out, every one of us songwriters. Nap bites, wet legs from the grass and pockets full of spiders. But we knew how to ruin a good thing, and we took it a step too far. We were doing things we shouldn't in the back of some bloke's car, and we were underage, but that didn't stop him kissing her. Hands in other places, and in my adult brain that's sinister. We passed out under benches, I dared her to drink a bottle of hock. Vomit in her hoodie, in her hair and in her socks. I swear I thought I killed her, I didn't, it's fine. She's like 30 now. But I still apologise whenever I see her doing her shopping down the town, cause back then we were family. and we were ride or die, sharing secrets into a dictaphone and screaming to the sky. The stars became our nightlight even though we weren't asleep. Wet legs buried under the blankets trying to warm our muddy feet. Cause summer ain't really summer at 4 a.m. There's very little heat. So we followed flickered lampposts down grey and dormant streets. Fearless in the alleyways, we had our strength in numbers. Snake bite piercings, blackened eyes and slipknot on our jumpers. Kicking cans and holding hands, listening to emo bands through a CD Walkman held with a careful grip. Cause if you're moving around too carelessly, you know the track will skip. And we're all angry at something, but that's just the modern way. When you're 16 and you're silenced, but you've got so much to fucking say. I swear in some ways not much has changed. 16 years on, I still go against the grain. Cause it's embellished in the clothes I wear and in my reckless mind instilled. And I'll be fighting for something until life pulls the plug. Together forever on Matil. Thanks. Thank you so much. A bunch of this stuff that I'm doing tonight is on my EP. You can find that on Spotify, iTunes, anywhere you get your music. Just emy.p. Thank you. Now I've got to do some kind of contortion shit to get my guitar from over there. Bear with. Thank you. Cheers. Okay, this piece is called Waves. It's also on my EP. Normally, it sounds a lot different, I'm sure, to what this is going to sound like, but I'm excited to see what we come up with. Basically, a lot of the reason that I do what I do and love it so much is because music and spoken word and all of that has kind of been a real outlet for me because I suffer with ADHD and it's been great. It's like my hyper focus and it's a way of me expressing myself. And a lot of the EP is sort of centered around that. And this piece is called Waves and it's kind of how emotion can hit us in waves and struggle with sort of addiction and stuff like that. So yeah, this piece is pretty chill. I'm messing around with the chords. I've written them on my hand, D, A, E, and a sort of like an F sharp major. So we'll just see what happens, but I'm excited for this one. This piece is called Waves. It's a fear, I guess. It's a fear that I won't ever amount to much, and it's an ache in my chest. And it pushes down on my heart and it tells me I'm not good enough, so I reach for something. I reach for a bottle and I call it medicinal, cause for a while it eases everything. Until I try and get sober, then it's just not mental pain, it's physical. And I wish you all knew me before this. And I wish I knew myself like back when everything was sunnier, but it's becoming a bit of a joke now. Cause I felt the punchline too many times and it never gets funnier, and I guess I'm just grieving. I'm just grieving for the woman I expected to be, but for now I'm gonna reach for a bottle. Drown my sorrow, let the current take me out to sea. I've always felt the waves, high tide every time they're pulling me in. I've always felt the waves, capsize every time, 'cause I never learned to swim. I never learned. Starting to think it's never gonna happen, losing faith in myself that I can change my experience. So I say I'm gonna make the change Monday, but then Monday turns into Tuesday, and Tuesday becomes every day that I don't make a difference, that I don't have enough self-respect just to see that I need more. So I need to think positive. Law of attraction, go up, give just for a fraction of that, a light and an open door, 'cause I'm just tired of starting over. Do you know how draining it is to pick yourself up when you know you're gonna fall, and then you starve and you save abstinence and you cave, 'cause you crave the grit, the spit, the buzz and the comfort of it all. I don't expect you to understand me, just be patient, 'cause I know that there's better days for me. But for now I'm gonna reach for anything to drown my sorrow, let the current take me out to sea. I've always felt the waves, high tide every time they're pulling me in. I've always felt the waves, capsize every time, 'cause I never learn, yeah. High tide every time they're pulling me in. I've always felt the waves, capsize every time, 'cause I never learned to swim. I never learned to swim, but I'm gonna learn. Thanks. Thank you. Love that. That was so much fun. Listen, I wasn't gonna do what I'm about to do next but that was, you know, quite like the idea of sort of improvising. And normally, like, listen, I wouldn't normally rap because there's two reasons. One, I'm hella awkward. Two, I'm very white. But allow me, please. I think what I'll do is, can we have like a beat that's sort of like a boom bap sort of hip hop R&B? Go a little bit faster. Perfect, yeah. So I'm just gonna freestyle and take bits from a bunch of other stuff I've done before and just put it over the top. So we'll call this Listen, because that's the main hook line. It's my birthday, and I'm another year older. Daydream mind and my bars got colder. Beauty inside, what a thing to behold. Bending over backwards, I'd do anything to hold her shoulder. I'll give her mind to cry on. I could be another lover like no other could rely on. Can't rest up, my heart's on a mission. Tendency to talk, but with you all I wanna do is listen. Baby, all I wanna do is listen. Baby, all I wanna do is, hey. Baby, all I wanna do is, yeah. All I do is listen. Baby, all I wanna do is listen. Baby, all I wanna do is, yeah. Baby, all I wanna do is, yeah. Kissing on each other lovers' faces. You know I like the chases, grinning, get it in like Muttley. Got me on those wacky races, and it's dastardly. She takes a pass at me, thank my lucky stars. I do anything she asks of me. I do anything she asks of me. I do anything she asks of me. Yeah. Yeah, cause baby all I wanna do is listen. Baby all I wanna do is listen. Baby all I wanna do is, yeah. Baby all I wanna do is, yeah. Baby all I wanna do is listen. Baby all I wanna do is, yeah. Baby all I wanna do is, baby all I wanna do is, yeah. So I give her 2 barrels. Wear my talent on my sleeve, it's my best apparel. Organic, raw, I cannot fake it. If I don't see an opportunity, I create it. Grab the bull by the horns and I take my place. Manifest first and I start the race. Don't marvel at my end game, I'm avenging. Push my keys in my car and I'll start the engine. Knock me down, still I rise. Put the work in and I get the prize. I don't do it for the win, but I'll come out on top. Drinking all the praise, don't waste a drop. Cause I'm thirsty for the challenge, hungry for the chase. Too big for my boots, they were blinded by my grace. The weatherman said it's gonna be stormsy. Thunder and bolts, and still they tried to inform me. They warned me, but I'm not surprised. When they see the competition, they got stars in their eyes. I'm a fountain of knowledge, the brightest spark. She's number 1, top of the charts. Gonna seize the day for all I got. Time is now, I'm gonna shoot my shot. I'm gonna seize the day for all I got, yeah. Cause baby all I wanna do is, baby all I wanna do is listen. Baby all I wanna do is listen. Baby all I wanna do is, yeah. Baby all I wanna do is listen. Baby all I wanna do is listen. Baby all I wanna do is, yeah. What's that say, what? Baby all I wanna do is listen. Thank you. Baby, all I wanna do is, thank you. I've got one more piece for you. And I'm doing this piece a few reasons. This song is a love song, but all the beautiful, heartbreaking things about love as well. This piece is actually about my wife. She's sitting at the back there. So this piece is called Tea Like Candles, and it's about our relationship when we first got together and how exciting and chaotic and at times painful that was when you really like someone and don't know how to place your feelings. And we were friends as well for a while, so we didn't know how much we were crossing the lines and stuff like that, but it's really cool. So this piece is called Tea Like Candles. I'd really, really just like keys for this one, piano, and maybe some flute. Yeah, thank you for having me. This is my last one. So romantic, slow piano, love song, but kind of it's all the hard bits as well, not just perfect. Is it perfect, babe? I don't know. What do you reckon? Yeah, still alive. It's a mad love. She says she's gonna run me wild, and I surrendered with my hands up. Turn the pages back a few with the world's worst secret, but a secret ain't a secret if you both don't want to keep it. Stuck somewhere between mates and lovers, touching legs in your car till you pull me in by the neck and say, babe, you know what we are. With the grain between our toes, with the water around our ankles, we're vodka blankets, new romantic sex, and tea like candles. She's a great one, playing fast and hard with our hearts and careless with our loose tongues. She's got me hooked on everything or something out of nothing, but for the first time in a long time, I think this might be something. Like aftertaste coating mouths like smoke and sugar cane. She don't waste time trying to bring me sunshine when I'm a sucker for the rain. It's a tough love, And with fists clenched, this fight or flight, we hold on tight when we know we fucked up. She says she needs a ride or die. She says she needs stability. Cause underneath the bricks and mortar, she's just porcelain fragility. But I think I've got the ability to hold her gently, keep her safe, making sure she doesn't break. But if she does, I'll try and glue each and every fragment of her broken back in place. I'd measure and mark and hang her like art. Not afraid of our past or ashamed of our scars. And I tell her the moment we start hiding is when we lose who we are. It's a wild love. And I am reckless, she is brave, intensely craving all my bad stuff. I push my hands into her face to fill the spaces in my head. I watch her pupils dance around me as I hold her in bed. And I love the dirty mouth and the messy things she said. Her tongue, her teeth, her lips. Her tongue, her teeth, her lips. She grips and strips away my cover like I never felt with any other. And I find pieces of her everywhere. Eyelashes from her spider eyes cling to the kinks in my straw-like hair. The pages of my notepad, my words are dripping in her venom. Smells, looks, coastlines, Kendrick songs in the pockets of my denim. She's the grain between my toes. She's the water around my ankles. She's vodka blankets, new romantics, sex, and tea like candles. Thank you for having me. I've been Emy P. Cheers, guys. Much love.
Got you. Everybody give it up for Emy P. Wow! One more time for Emy P! Okay, man. I want exactly this, but I want a funky version. I want a funky version. Right. Okay, Groovers, that's been the first half. We got plenty more where that came from. We're gonna have about a 20-minute break. Go and have a fag, go and grab a drink, do whatever you need to do. Come right back, because we got more where this came from! Grooveverse, how are we doing? How are we doing, people? Woo. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the second half of Grooveverse. How we kick it off here in the second half at Grooveverse is by letting you guys see how incredibly talented this band are up here tonight. So what we do is we like to let them have a little moment when they really, really, really fucking show off. I'm talking go absolutely nuts. There we go. So we're gonna start off one by one. We're gonna build it up. We're gonna see what happens. Starting off with drums. Give a massive round of applause for James Morgan! And on bass, James Wilson! All I can say is your girlfriend is very lucky, man. That's all I'm saying. Sorry, that was crass. Incredible stuff. One more time for Alex Hill! And on many different things, to be honest. We got sax, we got the piccolo, and we got the flute. It's Titii Orinoko! some more bloody guest poets. Now, as always, I need you to go absolutely mental. I need to give you a massive, massive round of applause for this next guest poet. They came through the Take the Mic scene, which is an open mic version of the show that we do. And he won it, which gained him the place on the stage here tonight. Groupers, give a big round of applause for Danny Mash!
Wow. I'm gonna put it out there, Grooverse, best poetry night in the world. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. You can't. You can't. This is incredible. You're all so incredible. I didn't believe that this was all improvised the first time I came, but absolutely incredible. I don't know how you're doing 3 instruments as well. Like, you're amazing. In fact, the first one, can I request the piccolo? Was that it? Yeah. Yes. Yeah, I don't know what that means. Yeah, so basically, this first one, in fact, the cue for this is going to be a Brexit-themed epiphany. Okay? I don't really know. That's as much as I can give you. Let's go with it. Because basically, there are some people out there who are very proud to be British, which is amazing, but then they don't realise that what makes this country so great is its diversity, and instead of celebrating that, they go and vote for Brexit. And they think that getting blue passports is going to make them feel British again. So yeah, this one's called Beautiful British. Hope you like it. My beautiful British baby in blue, as we enter Blighty from the EU. Now at passport control, before I go through, I get to stand in a beautiful British mile-long queue. Big thanks to Nigel Farage, who gave us the chance to have our own beautiful British blue passports, made in France. I was at the pub when some woke bloke came up to me at the bar, asked why I put an England flag in my car. So I sat him down with a pint of beautiful British Stella Artois. I said, "You not hear about St. George slaying a dragon and that? That is why his flag's in my beautiful British Volkswagen Passat." After a long old day rereading the treaties, I relax at home, put up my feeties on my beautiful British IKEA 3-piece. Kick back with a korma, rice and naan, beautiful British poppadoms as freebies. Sit back and enjoy Netflix on one of my beautiful British Toshiba TVs. How are we the most beautiful people the world has ever seen? The secret's in our beautiful British Levi jeans. Now, I'm not racist, but if you come here, conform, learn the language, like when I go Benidorm, por favor, uno bacon sandwich. I'm not racist, but this is a Christian country and I won't waver. If you come here, you respect our Christian values, like love thy neighbour. I'm not racist, but in my hometown they built a mosque. I was telling this geezer in Magaluf, if they come here, they worship our God, the beautiful British Jesus of Nazareth. He didn't agree. He said I was being naive. He said it's hard to see the beauty and diversity when you're reading newspapers saying the foreigners are hurting me, saying it's not the system's fault you're poor, it's that guy taking that job of yours which you never applied for, working 7 days a week to stay alive and provide for his kids and wife back in a country where they're fighting for their life. He said, yeah, our schools are full of immigrants. They're teaching us. He said, yeah, our hospitals are full of immigrants. They're dressed in scrubs. He said, yeah, our country is full of immigrants. They're fixing us. Why are you not proud of this? Not proud of the Belgian beer you drink, the German cars you drive, the Japanese technology, the Scandinavian furniture, the korma you devour every Friday night, the 200 nationalities in the NHS who save our lives. Your home was built by immigrants and you want them out the door they made. I said, You said, are you aware this no longer rhymes? He said, yeah, but now's not the time. I'm riled up by your misplaced pride. I've tried enough to displace the lies, to state what's right, to take the time to face the fight. I just like you to open your eyes. And you try finding a rhyme for Scandinavian furniture. I said, I do admire your passion and the way it is concerning you. You should stick to it. You got me, I'm a hypocrite. Had the melting pot at my fingertips, but I got caught up on my fish and chips. I never knew this. Never knew this weren't. These ain't immigrants, these are new Brits. Maybe I can be beautiful and British and still celebrate those who emigrate. If I ignore the media trying to generate hate and segregate those with a different colour face. If I just open my eyes. If I just open my eyes. If I just open my eyes to see the beautiful British traditions other cultures have inspired, to see the beautiful British possessions from other countries we've acquired, to see the beautiful British foreigners who all this time I unknowingly admired. Thank you. That was beautiful, British. My name is Danny Mash. Thank you very much for being such an amazing audience. This next one, I kind of plan to jump around the stage quite a bit, but it's very small up here, so I'm probably going to have to pack that in. But it's the deepest poem I think I'll ever write. It's about mental health and how today's probably, everyone is so kind of open about it, there's so much access to kind of charities and everything, and it's probably the best time for it, but I still find it very hard to talk about mental health, and it's, in fact, it was easier to kind of write a poem about it and kind of dress it up as a metaphor. So, this is, we're going to start off quite slow, I think. I don't know what to suggest for you, but it's going to be quite deep, and then hopefully it'll build to a nice big crescendo at the end. Let's do it. It's 10:15. I ought to rest my head. I saunter off to bed, my thoughts are left to rest. It ain't even that late, but my duvet awaits. I usually get 7.5 hours. Tonight I'm sneaking 8. Fresh new sheets. Best news this week. Guess who's Pete? You bet that's me. I go to close my eyes, my mobile phone alights. And there and then, ruins my vibe, ruins my night. The notification from hell ignites. I thought I could hide, just say I'm alright, keep these thoughts aside. Honestly, I'm fine, but bottled it up all day inside, living rent-free or paid in mine. The notification from hell ignites. And the dude lingers now, there in a bitter light. It's the Duolingo owl. You've not done your French lesson today, you little shite. I've never seen such a smug little grin. Does he not know the angst he causes within? Before I've nodded off, my nightmares begin. I promise, I've done a whole unit today, check, it's all there. I even snuck in a lesson while je jouais au tennis avec mon frère. It's never ending. This sitch is eternal. I'm sleeping with one eye open because this bitch is nocturnal. Now, it may sound silly, but it feels good to share. It feels good to share this with you all because something silly that was growing inside now feels real small. And there's more I've got to say, but this is the start to know you care deep down in your heart. A problem shared is a problem halved. 'Cause it's been weighing me down week after week. 7 to be exact, I'm on a 49-day streak. 'Cause I spend hours working out, staying physically healthy, but when my mind's not working out, I'm too busy to help me. Lift still to look strong, I think you know the rest. Lips sealed to look strong, thinking I know best. It's only when I bench press that I get things off my chest. For real, fellas, talk to someone. It's something you feel better for. Whether you tell it straight up or hide behind a metaphor. Talk to someone, there's someone there. Whether it's an old pal or a whole crowd, just know someone's there. Because I have a friend who struggled with his Duolingo. He never talked about his Duolingo. Because he struggled with his Duolingo, and he struggled with his Duolingo because he never talked about his Duolingo. Now he talks about his Duolingo, and he loves his Duolingo. He loves talking about his Duolingo, and he talks about his Duolingo from Monday to Sunday, de lunes a domingo. Duolingo, Duolingo! Talk about your Duolingo! Love your Duolingo! I'm talking about your Duolingo! But it's when the eye's about to close. It's when the eye's about to close. You realise there's no highs without the lows. It's 2:45. Ought to be asleep. My spiraling's eternal, turning me nocturnal. I need a fresh new leaf. Better news this week. Guess who's in need? You bet that's me. Thank you.
Give it up for Titii!
The only time I get shit off my chest is when I bench press.
Wonderful stuff. I once sat on a bench, but I've never pressed one. Right. One more time for Titii! Smoothie there, Titii! Yes! Absolutely love that, absolutely love that. Little bit of banter in his poetry, little bit of banter. We love comedic poetry. Tip top, man, absolute tip top. Guys, we've got one more guest poet, and then we've got our final headliner. Okay, one more guest poet. And I'm excited to see this. This is someone else that also came through the open mic version of this show. And I thought to bring on this last guest poet, we'd do a little bit of a thing. So I need someone in the audience to shout out a colour. Right, purple. Okay, purple. I need an animal. A shark. I heard shark. The most prominent one was shark. Okay, band, this is your clues, by the way. It's not that hard. Purple shark, and we need a country. No, sorry, not a country, an activity. Jogging, running. Okay, jogging. Right, sharks do love a jog. Okay, so guys, when I go like that, I'd quite like a purple shark jogging, if that isn't too much to ask for. Yeah? You've been practicing that one, haven't you? Yeah, that's what I thought. Talk amongst yourself, band. Right, guys, for this last guest poet, as always, but also for this last guest poet, I really, really wanted to give a massive, massive round of applause and a welcome. As I said, they came through the open mic version of the show, and it was amazing. Their performance was insane. So, yeah, this is a great way to end the guest poet lineup, and before our final headliner. Okay, we need a purple shark. Shark? Jogging. Okay. Right, that's it. Just like Jaws, love it. Okay, group verse, this is our last guest poet of the evening. Give it up for Black Ops Poetry!
Yeah, I was told not to stand around because I walk around too much on the stage, but this is a smaller stage this time. So this first one is about death. They're all about death. They're all about losing someone. Sorry, I'm quite erratic. This is about a friend who got me back into poetry. If we can start with bass. Yeah, is that all right? Somewhere between Lauryn Hill, Massive Attack, and Drake. Yeah, does that make sense? Not really. Elongated notes. I want something long with the bass.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Cool. Well, here we are. A year and a few months since I lost the reason most of us are healing and learning to love the scars. So, David, let's turn this emotional stew into art. We talk about the end of an era. Well, I guess that's why I'm south of the river. Watching you pull out of Dean Street onto Old Compton Street and along Charing Cross Road was like feeling all the air sucked out, and it's odd. As you seemed eternal, like would never have to bear that. But I guess at the base of it, it's selfish that I'd even begin to feel that. But you understood that humans are governed by fear and desire, love and anger, better yet, self-love and self-destruction. You coupled that with the pain of homosexuality, then spent your time helping us unpack decades of baggage. So I learned that my fear stems from my desire. So I learned to put my head to the sky and let my stream of consciousness cut through like a church spire. And this is not to say that I no longer spiral down that chapel, but you taught me that my staircase back up was this page. My 12 steps in 26 letters. Cutting paths for others to follow from a world that swallows. Your influence far surpasses that 56 door, so let me not wallow. I stand strong and proud in the knowledge it's this community you loved. But I hate that I'm saying this, ashes to ashes, dust to dust, but fuck. And I can't even blame the pandemic in this age of 24-hour connectivity. Overstimulated and underproductive means I've lost big bro number 3. Your influence and your presence was like a godly given presence. You were always 6 foot into the heavens. I mean heavens. I can feel that crushing weight of overwhelming emotions, and it feels bitter like lemons, and all I have left are the lessons you taught of how to make lemonade, of how to fight. So we fought, you brought a community together, showed us alone we did not have to weather, but never ever did I think I'd be saying bye to you on paper. Shit, I can't believe I'm saying bye to you on paper. You saw the scene, you saw the cracks and all the love trying to pour through. You lit a fire under more than a few, activated the activists, and watched as the flames grew. And that's not surprising, as you were always humble and warm. Warm like the sun bursting through at dawn. Tall, but you never made me feel small. Sorry, hold on, hold on. I can't forget the way you gave me a hug outside that 5th Street bistro. Why would the universe have you withdrawn, taken like a comforter snatched from a child? You were a caregiver, but did we give you care back? There are so many questions my mind has, my heart has. Did I love you enough? Was I there enough? But this isn't about me and my narcissistic tendencies. Listening to you talk about queer love was like watching an episode of Air Crash Investigations. There was always the dire straits we were in, but then came how we got there and how we'd get out of it, and you closed it off in a way that said we'd be okay. If you see my daddy, make sure he says thank you. Ask him if he's proud of me. Ask him if he's proud of me, even though I'm a friend of Dorothy. Would he be mad if I got married and became Mr. Alan Brownlee? I don't know how, but please, from the bottom of my heart, speak to me. Please speak to me. You were the heart of so many, not because you were perfect, but because you loved, however imperfectly. So before I succumb to this concert of emotion, I want to say, I love you and I miss you. if we keep it here, and then I want to build up. So I'm going to do this poem, and this is something that I wrote when George Floyd was murdered. They said it gets easier, but I'm guessing that was another white lie. They call me demagogic, a rabble rouser, because I call them out while we march in the masses with our fists to the sky. But what do I have left to lose? What do I have to fear when they do not hear my cries? Still, they attempt to make a mockery and chastise. I'm not here to settle the fact you feel guilty. They say reaching the end of the chapter matters, but how? When you forced me to hold up the whole black community in my hands like you didn't break each finger. So how do I put the tatters of this never-ending book down? All lives matter, but is life really better today? Do I subdue my heavy heart till it decays? I don't know how I should feel right now, much less how I should react. I feel like my heart is screaming and I can't catch my breath. I'm trying to figure out when it became okay to stay quiet. When it became okay to say nothing. Hold on, let me start again. How do I express the fact that I do not give a fuck about your opinion while I'm simultaneously affected by every word that comes out of your mouth? I love my skin and I'm in no doubt that I'm a collection of proteins just like you. So before you judge, remember I'm a mirror of the violence I've been subjected to by high white society. So are you uncomfortable? Are you uncomfortable with the idea that I spell the word nigger and you don't see the stars? Are you uncomfortable with the fact that Field and Master was swapped for a cell and guard? Are you uncomfortable enough to code switch to fit in? Are you uncomfortable with the fact my name is inextricably tied to my black skin? Are you uncomfortable with the fact celebrities buy black bodies like commodities? Are you uncomfortable with the number of dead black bodies during COVID-19 or HIV? Are you uncomfortable knowing we won't let this go? Or are you uncomfortable enough to lower your voice when you use the word black to describe a person? Are you uncomfortable knowing they swapped the rope for a knee on blooded streets? Are you uncomfortable knowing they used our peaceful protest to execute us in 8 minutes? Are you uncomfortable with stop and search? Are you uncomfortable with the fear mothers feel when their black sons leave the house? Are you uncomfortable with the words, I can't breathe? Are you more uncomfortable with the looting or the murder? Are you uncomfortable? Are you uncomfortable yet? Are you fucking uncomfortable? Because I was born uncomfortable. Thank you.
Give a big round of applause for Black Ops Poetry! One more time for Black Ops Poetry, everybody! Very, very good. Incredible stuff, band as well. Love that, love that. Guys, it's now time to scan the QR codes. It's time to vote for your favourite guest poet. We'll find out the winner after our final headliner. But get out your phone, scan that QR code, okay? At the very, very top. So on that QR code, you'll find a link to follow all of the poets that you've seen. Keep that, save it, keep it for later. At the very top, there's a button. If you click through to that, you will get the option to vote for your favourite guest poet. Now, we've had poetry by Tony. We've had Desree. We've had Danny Mash. And we've had Black Ops Poetry. One of those four will be offered the chance to headline the next show and will come up here at the end to rapturous applause. Now, there's an option on that voting thing to sign up to our mailing list. Now, the answer to that is, oh my God, yes, not I'm a massive donkey. So if you want to just find out about upcoming shows, we won't spam you. We'll just tell you what's going on here at Grooveverse, and you'll find out when tickets are released, which means you'll get the early birds rather than the late worms. They should actually call, that's what they should call the ticket tiers. Early birds and late worms. Why don't they do that? Anyway. Right, people. Wonderful stuff. So yeah, keep on voting. We'll make sure they keep flying in. Band are going to jam out for about 2 minutes, and then we've got our final incredible headliner. Okay, people. We've got our final headliner. Okay, band, 3, 2, mental. Okay, Grooveverse. We've got our final headliner. He's one of my favourite poets on the scene. It's an absolute pleasure to have him close and save off this night. You've got to give him a massive. You've got to give the biggest round of applause you've ever done. You've got to stomp your feet. You've got to click your fingers. You've got to put your hands in the air for the incredible Mr. Samuel.
Yes, people. Yo, listen. Today has been a whole vibe. It's been a whole vibe. Give it up for the band one time, please. Give it up for the band. Give it up for everybody that's performed so far, please. Give it up for everybody that's performed so far. Yeah, so I go by Mr. Samuel, formerly known as Poet RS. I've changed my name. The government found me. Yeah, it gets deep like that. But yeah, I'm gonna take you on a journey. I'm gonna start from my childhood, and I want to end on something that is very much linked to my adulthood. So I want like a Dark Knight kind of feel, you know, little Batman Dark Knight. Yeah, you probably have no idea what I'm talking about. This guy's like, listen, why couldn't you just say hip hop? Like, why are you giving me this? I want it slow it down a bit. So this piece is called Cartoon Kid. It's about escapism. I used to get lost in cartoons, and I had to claw my way back to reality. It's Cartoon Kid. I used to get lost in cartoons like a child, using it as a means of escape. No escape rope, you see, my crystal was a maze. Fantasy entertainment entertaining the entity in me, because I wasn't old enough for what reality shows. My reality showed that I was just a GMO product in an environment of pain. And every cartoon watched was an IV drip to my veins. There were no Pinky and the Brain dreams, no Ed, and Eddie schemes. But picture the scene that I've seen. Broken homes broke down my outer core. My self-worth was shaggy. And I didn't care much for what Scooby do, because I had to be scrappy in order to fight for scraps. You see, I was more in tune with my vulture than my culture, but, well, that's what happens when you scavenge for survival. So chasing my ambition to live was just like Tom and Jerry. But just like Tom, I always felt deflated. Defeated. Shit. This state of living should not be a state of living. But as a child growing up, I only ever saw what was in front of me. They told me that eyes were the windows to the soul. Or look into my eyes back then and all you saw was TV static. Next to a TV screen that made like beams. And took me to places where recess was more than just break time. More than just playtime. Does that make me a Looney Tune and a maniac for thinking that reality was false? That cartoons made sense? You see, I was so in tune to the tune of tunes that Cartoon Network to veil over my eyes. Depression swiped right and side swiped until my inner head shape stretched out. Hey Arnold. But I was still looking for that hey poet from anyone with a heartbeat. But you can't get that from the deceased, so I turned to DC, cause I couldn't bear to marvel at me. I'm boiling over. I couldn't find myself in the steam. Where's my self-esteem? Because I felt like Chucky from Rugrats. And that's not because I had rats in my rugs. You see, I was so low when I was so low. Those cartoons are appealing. Feeding my inner demons with fruity thoughts when I'm sleeping. Bananas in pajamas. They're coming down them stairs. Bananas in pajamas. Reality, I'm really scared. And I don't know how to break out. I took breaks in other people's home because I couldn't stand the breakage of my own home. I'm using my oven as more than just cooking. It was my central heating. You see, I wasn't a vegan by choice. It's because I couldn't afford cow and chicken. I had to scrape for scraps and blink back every tear when I was in a tailspin. So Grooveverse, let me ask you a question. What do you know if you can't control? If you ever decided to talk to me back then, I'd reciprocate that with anger. Batman, Flintstones like pebbles, I will bedrock man's head till I bam bam. Pressure press my points like pressure points. You see that release was out of reach. I wanted to reverse the grudge and crawl back into the TV screen because that darkness was overwhelming. Because my freedom scattered like sesame seeds, whereas Sesame Street with Elmo was feeling more like Elm Street with Freddy, so closing my eyes wasn't an option. No more sinking into the sofa. Get out. It's not obscure for you to be a captain. Plan it and know that you have that ring of love all along instead of all alone, because those cartoons don't need you. They never watched you in the first place. Was it worth that square vision that tried to pop eyes? Boy, you don't even like spinach. But just know that the TV's finished. Because you don't have to watch cartoons the same way people see reality shows. Who gives a fuck what your reality showed? You got more options than problems. Change the narrative. Be the narrator and not the character, because once they stop drawing the characters, there'll be no more cartoons. But you'll still be there. And that's what your reality shows. Thank you. Hey, you are a whole vibe. I swear to God, you are a whole vibe. Yeah, that's nice. I like that. That's nice. That's nice. Ooh. Get out. Yeah, thank you very much. So, I'm a dad of 3. It's my fiance right here. It's my fiance. What's up, baby? Yeah. She getting drunk tonight. We getting lit. Yeah, man. I'm a father of 3, and like it's hard. It's hard, you know, like being a single dad and stuff like that, and then, you know, coming into a relationship with my baby girl right there and just making it blossom and bringing all of our families together. Like, it's a beautiful thing. But back then it was a lot harder. And I wrote this piece called Just a Father because that's really what I am. I'm just a father. So for this piece, I want keys. I want keys, and I want that little long flute piccolo and something. The long little silver, sexy dildo looking thing. I want that. I want that one. Yeah, I want it to be real soft, real mellow. Do you know what I mean? That's what I want. No offense to you guys. You guys are amazing. I'm just saying, I want these two right now. You know? I love you, man. Glasses are on point as well. I love that. So Yeah, man, this piece is called Just a Father. And it's the first time I've performed it as well, so can't see how that one goes. Flow with it, man, I'm ready. Yeah, I like that. How do I stop my own demise so my children can see me? How do I show them my eyes so they can see me rise with every waking of the morning sun? The pressures of life release through the pores of my skin till I itch and I scratch like you know when your mum is giving you that good whooping and she hits you in that spot that you can never reach? I know some of you have had that whooping, innit? And it's that like moment that I have to suppress because I don't want my children seeing my crumbling frailties. You see, people tell me I'm a good single father. And my response to them is only 5 words long. No. I am a father. Your ideological views of what a father should be should never come into the same context as me. You see, you take your past burns and your built bridges and somehow reflect that upon my reality. So when you see me, twins in the buggy, one on my shoulder, his legs are tired because he's been playing kiss chase the whole day. A burden is what you think I'm carrying through sheer determination, free will, blood, sweat, love, hair, ripped eyes, baggy grit. Shit, fuck this. Eyes will cry, pain, strife, sacrifice. Want to do it. Love to do it. Need to do it. You see, I'm the one that... Hold on one second. You see, I'm the one that has sowed my seeds and looked after the biology that God graced me. You see, I am a father. And no lawmakers, court caters, right activists could ever tell me how to be a father. It's forever innately in my soul. It's the core construct that's been stitched in the fabric of my design. The innate feeling of nurture of life that comes with your life. So when my children walk forward in life, they can see me with them side by side. It's the reason that I gave life, to give life, to guide life. So their life is just as meaningful as life itself. You see, my role as a father isn't a movie flick. I can't say, cut, action, with every snap back and clap of the hands. I'm in it till death do us part. And I'll even fight the Grim Reaper if death do us part. But sometimes I feel like a frail father. And no doctor can ever examine this unity of body and soul. I mean, shit. I've only got a belly because my gut instincts are strong. And I will use them instincts to sometimes give them what they want, but always give them what they need. So whilst Newton's theory has me sinking from shoulder to feet, just know that I got those Pinocchio strings to hold me up. Jiminy Cricket plays the devil's advocate and tells me I'm a good single father. So man not knowing in life has me knowing in life that I'm doing what's within my means. But I've got to fight those media black stats that's painted as facts. I'm supposed to be the bigger figure. I am the bigger figure. But apparently my children should be off with another man playing the role as a bigger figure. Because I'm not supposed to be here. I'm a brainless breeder. Only good for prepping the oven, but not worthy to take care of the meal. A wanderless wanderer. Only good for sowing the seeds, but never around for the harvest. Well, fuck your media facts. I am here, and I always will be. I'm the one that 50-50 this central biology, so it's only right that I develop the chemistry to make sure that my children's hearts, minds, bodies, souls lay in the stars of astronomy. But people tell me I'm a good single father, and my response to them is only 5 words long. No. I am a father. Thank you. let that one play, let that one play, let that one play. That's for my children, that's for Jordan, that's for Nai, that's for Shay. That's for Elise and Dante. That's for our family. Thank you so much, guys. That's amazing. One more time for the band. Give it up for the band, please. Wow. Wow. Hey, Henry, you said he was good with his fingers, but you're amazing with your lips, bro. I'll tell you that now. Shit. Stop that behavior. Yeah. I want to roll right into the next piece. I like this vibe, but I want it to be like really somber, like somber. Not zumba, somber, my brother. Not zumba, somber. Yeah, nice little shade of dark. Oh, he said smoky. Okay. Yeah. And everyone, I want everyone in on this one. So this piece is about natural beauty because we're all beautiful at the end of the day, and I know there's times when you wake up and you think, God damn, I look a mess right now. And you probably do. But that doesn't mean you're ugly. Nah, for real. Like, sometimes I wake up and I'm like, eesh. Who the fuck did you wake up with this morning? But reality is that you guys are beautiful. Everybody here is beautiful. Do you know what I'm saying? You know, believe. I am. Do you know what I'm saying? But as beautiful as you guys are, see this lady right here. I'll tell all of you to go home right now, you know the ones there, like, trust me. Boy, alright, Henry, show's over, Henry. Y'all are going home, pack your bags. But yeah, this piece is called Make Up With Yourself because I feel that at times, sometimes we don't regard ourselves as beautiful, we don't see ourselves as who we are, but the reality is you are who you are. So this piece is called Make Up With Yourself. Yeah, I like this. Exactly what he said. F minor, then make up with yourself. Why is natural beauty so unnatural to the eye of the beholder? Recycling plastic ideas that goes against the natural beauty of the body. Each surgery surgically leaves you looking anti-body. Maybelline, there is something in the notion we should push forward natural beauty. It befuddles me that they washboard abstract notions that you must carry out a certain look. The celebrity outlook doesn't look out for your well-being. It's an aesthetical design that has you looking like someone else, feeling like you're not yourself so you can put on a show for everybody else. You don't need to be a max factor. Be a factor that matters. There is a natural scent to your beauty. Similar to that phrase, heaven sent those media gases are toxic, its believability will deplete you per fume. But remember, you're human. Your DNA is natural. There is no need to paint over that picture that life has blessed you with. There is no need to moisturize society's views of how you should look. That shows that even before you apply makeup, your primer is a broken foundation. Your self-esteem is fragile. Glossier over urban decays of your inner self will not help. Why MAC contour lines to show symmetry when your inner self is not balanced? The media spotlight is as vibrant as fool's gold. The brightness of it may make my eyeshadow. I need my vision to clear. Because their vision has your eyeliner in a way that you will never see your true beauty. You will only see what they perceive as beauty. Therefore, that vision is modeled on models. The media push through this model aesthetic biblically. So Christian Dior is their religion that they would make up mankind to be mannequins. Lip filler your words to make you sound like a mannequin. Your snap will not chat back. This picture doesn't paint 1,000 words. Each modification combs over the fact that your natural beauty is being brushed away. swept to the side. Bristle by bristle. Don't trump yourself with fake tan to darken over the fact that me just highlighted your beauty as a problem. And therein lies the problem. We've submitted ourselves to the media lies. They make it seem like the truth hurts. Their lies only bandage open wounds, making it easier to add implants of perfect imperfection. So you blusher in the mirror every time your truth is revealed. But the truth is, you're beautiful. You're beautiful. Make up with yourself. Be happy with who you are and how you look, because there's no one else. You're unique. Being yourself was what makes you different now. Every wrinkle creamed into my skin shows life experience. So much so that I would stretch marks long enough to resemble timelines and pinpoint like pimples to show your value at every stage of your life. Look deep within the reflection. Pedicures of well-being towards oneself. Don't feel shame when they frame the perfect body to increase body shaming. Because what body told your body that you have no body? And don't be quick to jump under the knife. You're not part of their recipe. Their Botox is not your detox. You can never inject gelatin into my melanin. You see, I'm comfortable within my own skin. Because the nature of natural beauty admits is more than just aesthetics. So when I look into your face, I see your soul. The mascara is a masquerade ball of hidden truth that's only viewed by the morning sun. Your natural beauty should never be hidden. Wear it proudly until people's media lips will be lipstick until their lips stuck. You see, your beauty has left them mute. Because blotching your natural essence is a media program. Lotion notions with oceans of potions to leave your mind dry and have your body like putty in their hands for them to formulate a formula based on... Well, I'll let you decide if that one's ugly. And just quickly, I want to cut the music for this one. This one goes out to my daughter. Baby girl, be of a conscious mind. Because once you do the mead, you'll be left chapstick because they don't want you to see your true beauty. That's both inner and outer. So they will overwrite your words to make it seem like your lips are painted in the same color as cold red. Don't brush your natural essence to the side for media popularity. Baby girl, they would rather your beauty empty than beautiful. You see, natural beauty is being forcibly struck. And I don't fuck with your lashes. Instead of extending your media profile, why don't you sit here? Extensions of yourself will only be valued once people see that natural value in you, and, well, that's something you can't filter. Because beauty that comes naturally, well, that's the most natural beauty of it all. And let that be the clinical part of what makes all of you here so beautiful. Thank you. You put a drop clean. I want to just ride on this beat until the last poem. I just want to ride on this because this is beautiful, man. This is beautiful. Now you're going to flip to the new one. I just want to flow with this because this is some beautiful sounds, man. I feel like we're riding in the car somewhere with the wind blowing through my hair. My baby in the passenger chair. I don't know where we're going, but I know we're going somewhere. And in my mind, none of you lot are here. It's just me and her, so y'all go where you need to go. Now I'm playing stay because I've still got another poem. I'm sorry. Alright, so for this next piece, I want a Jesus Walks, a little Kanye Jesus Walks type of vibe. This is my last piece. This is my last piece, and this is one of my newest pieces. God damn, okay. Okay. This is one of my newest pieces. I don't really know what to call it, so afterwards you can come to me and throw some names at me. Just names, don't throw chairs and bottles and shit, just names will be fine. But I need everybody on their feet for this one, because y'all are gonna walk with me for this one. So I need everybody up on their feet. Sis, what's God, show me the way, cause the devil's trying to break me down. That's not my boss. So like I said, I don't know what to call this one. In your lifetime, how many steps do you think you've taken? The average person takes 2,496,235 footsteps a year. Trust me, I googled it. The average person takes 2,496,235 footsteps a year. Now, how many of those footsteps are purposeful? How many of those footsteps are meaningful? How many of those footsteps did you use to follow the crowd into the masses instead of leading yourself away from the crowd? They say, if you show someone your friends, they can show you your future. I say, if I show you the path that I've taken, you can see the purpose in my stride, the slang in my step. I watched many people sat back whilst I sat navved, and to this day I've never had a friend called Tom. But they told me I was too big for my boots. Stay in my lane, check my step. Like my footprints were incorrect. Like my imprints in this world never matched the trees' roots. They thought I wore fake Timberlands. So I corrected their vision with no optician. I walk around on ticks. All my footsteps are correct. I converse to all stars that my stride may be emulated, but never replicated. Don't take my Gemini sign for literal. There's only one of me. So as I done laps in my Dunlops, I raced towards that finish line with the realization that I'm only racing me. That it doesn't matter the weight you carry in each stride. Just make sure those footsteps carry the same energy. Stop caring about what other people think. Other people's opinions, they're not facts. They only breed self-doubt. And I doubt they care about your doubts. But those 2,496,235 yearly footsteps will echo the sounds of a stomp, stomp, stomp. Now that's a dialect they can't detect. You can never walk a mile in my shoes. Boy, you might be risking a bunion. I'm thinking more like split feet, camel toe. You see, no metric meter could ever measure my cosmic footstep features. You see, I walk like a leader, walk like a teacher, walk like a reaper. But you, yeah, you're grim. You walk like a shallow, hollow, fake spiritual preacher, a World of Warcraft, Call of Duty, slick slide swiper, no swipe, bumbling footstep creeper. Someone tell me what's grim to a reaper. How do you know my shoe size? You see, your opinions lie from only viewing my shoe from the outside. But we know that in any shoe or boot, that label is always on the inside. So how could you ever tell me I'm too big for my boots when you've never cared to look at me from the inside? But just know that I walk with two sets of footprints. And that's not because of the whole Gemini, you know, me being a twin thing. That's because my angel walks beside me. But there are times when there's only one set of footprints left behind. That's your angel carrying you. In the times when you feel you can't walk no more, that's your angel carrying you. In the times when you feel that your steps are too light because you've been moon walking, that's your angel carrying you. In the times when you feel like your feet are stuck in the mud, that's your angel carrying you. So never think that you're too big for your boots. Nobody can step into your shoes. They don't carry your inner soul. They don't dictate your stride. The slang in your step is too formal for their colloquial. They stepped off the beat. But you're on your own track. Because every step you take is one step closer to 2,496,235 footsteps. And to those that think you're too big for your boots, well, let them check your steps so they can see the magnitude of the impressions that you leave on this world. Walk with me. Let's go. Woo! Walk with me. 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 That is. Give it up for the band. Give it up for the band. My name is Mr. Samuel. Grooveverse, I love you. Henry, I love you. Thank you to everybody that's performed tonight. You guys have been amazing. I love you, baby.
Give it up for Mr. Samuel! Round of applause for Mr. Samuel! Keep it going, man. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Woo! Hey, you got a standing ovation. Technically, that's true. Technically, that's true. Very well done, Mr. Samuel! Guys, there's only one more thing to do. Woo! Okay, whilst we do that, we're gonna bring it down, bring it down, bring it down. Oh. Okay. Right, guys, okay, there's only one more thing to do, which is announce the winner. Okay, but just a little bit before we do that, I just wanted to say why I started Grooveverse. I love spoken word. I think the spoken word art form is amazing. I think it does not get the platform that it deserves at all. And I ask myself, why is that? I think one of the reasons is that so much of the spoken word scene is open mics, which is amazing. I love open mics, there's nothing wrong with those. But poets don't push themselves to put on shows where people are going to pay to buy a ticket to come and see you. And unless we do that as an art form, how the hell are we going to have more people being professional, actual, full-time poets? So we need to put entertainment first, and that's what we really, really try to do with Grooveverse, and that's why we combined it with this band, just to sort of make it appeal to music and poetry lovers alike. And hopefully you've had a lovely night this evening. I really, really hope you have. So thank you for coming down. Thank you for supporting the art form of spoken word. We're still bloody niche, all right? We've only had a couple things on TV. Been on that, haven't you? We've only had a couple things on TV. We're trying to have some more. Maybe a Grooveverse one day. Right. The other thing we need to do is give a big up for Charles in the corner. The one reason that it sounds so beautiful is because of Charles. He also mixes and masters everything and makes it sound beautiful. So we record everything, every show we've ever done. We've recorded everything, every single mic, and Charles mixes and masters it. It's all up on Spotify as a podcast. It's also on that URL QR code link. So it's called Grooveverse, Say It Again. Every single recording from anyone that's ever done this is up there, and Charles is the one that makes it really, really sound lovely. Give it up for James in the corner. There's two people here at Grooveverse. We are a team of two. It's me and James, and we put our heart into this show. So yeah, thank you so much. James is an absolute legend. We love you very much, bro. Okay, and the staff, Kira and White, you've done a fantastic job. Fantastic job. We love them here, we love them here. Okay, so now it's time to announce the winner. What I want, yeah, exactly, the quote, the sort of brief for the band is we're gonna have like an X Factor, but cool, build up. It's gonna sort of build up to about, around here. And when it's about there, I'll say the name, pause, bosh! Everyone cheers and goes crazy. Can you tell we don't rehearse? No? Okay. Right. Okay, Groove Verse. The winner of Groove Verse 11, who will be invited back to headline our next show, is... By the way, can this person come up? Black Ops Poetry! Come on up! Come on up! Guys, give it up for Black Ops Poetry!
Thank you. Oh, am I on? Oh, yeah, no, I am. Sorry. Yeah, a bit erratic as I am as a person. Poetry is a bit darker than I am as a person as well. Thank you so much. So I told you it gets weird, doesn't it, when I actually talk and it's not prepared. I'm just waffling, aren't I? Shit. Yes, so I'm at the Tate on the 10th of June, at the Tate Britain for Queer and Now. I'm also at They Said It on the 13th of June, so you can come and hear me be angry more. Thank you so much, guys. Much blessings to you and to every single person that was here on stage and the audience. You guys are so humbling. I love you. Thank you so much. Peace and blessings.
Give it up for Black Ops Poetry! We're going to look at the cameraman. Where's the cameraman? Give it up for Adam, the photographer. Guys, Black Ops Poetry, so well deserved. Incredible stuff. I can't wait to see you at our next show. Give it up for Black Ops Poetry! We've had James Morgan. James Wilson. We've had Alex Hill. We've had Titii Orinoko. And on the guest post, we've had Poetry by Tony. We've had Desree, who has a card machine. Des has got a card machine if you want to buy her book. She told me to say that. We had Emy P. We had the hilarious Daddy Mash. We have the incredible Black Ops. And we had Mr. Bloody Samuel. Guys, I've been Ted Temple. Thank you so much for coming out. We do this show every 2 months. So come back in 2 months' time. It's been a pleasure to have you here. See you soon.